begin sitting comfortably on your mat. You can sit on a pillow or on a blanket or even on a block if you have. And just sit so your spine is up tall. You might let your eyes fall shut and just focus on the breath as you're coming to your mat. Notice the inhale and the exhale. The feeling of the chest rising and falling. And the calm sensation that begins to wash over you as you be still in the Lord's presence. On your next inhale, take arms up overhead, reaching up tall. And exhale the hands down to your sides. Inhale, arms lift up overhead. And exhale, hands down to your sides. Take your right hand and extend it along the ground and reach up with your left arching over to the side, keeping both sit bones evenly on the floor. Exhale, come back up. And inhale, slide the left hand out. Right hand rises over for a side stretch. And exhale, your hand down to the mat. Coming onto all fours, set yourself up in a square tabletop shape. Take any props you may have had, just slide them off to the side of your mat. Shoulders roughly over wrist, hips over your knees. And we'll go through cat-cow breath. So as you inhale, let the belly drop, sit bones rise, chin rises. And as you exhale, pull belly to spine and round your back up like a Halloween kitty, letting the head fall forward, hips tuck under. And then inhale back to cow shape. Belly falls. Heart moves slightly forward. Take a big inhale here. And exhale, rounding the back, widening the space between the shoulder blades, pressing the palms into the mat. One more round. Inhale, cow shape, sit bones rise. And exhale, pulling the belly up, rounding the back. And then coming to neutral spine. Tuck under the toes and lift the hips high, coming into down dog. And we'll breathe here for a few breaths as you perhaps pedal out the feet. As you become aware of your hands, press the base of the first finger, base of the thumb, and base of the pinky into the mat, taking some of the weight out of the wrist. Pull the tops of the thigh bones back and pull the shoulders up away from the ears. Come into an even, steady breath. On your next inhale, let your feet walk forward towards your hands and slowly begin to roll up to stand at the top of your mat, stacking one vertebrae over the other till you come to Tadasana, mountain pose, standing up tall. Top of the head lifts, weight evenly distributed between 2 feet, palms slightly facing forward. Heel toe the feet together, so big toes are together. Ready for our flow practice. As you inhale, arms lift up overhead. Exhale, sitting into chair pose, knees pull together, hips pulling back, top of the head reaching up and away from the shoulders. All the weight is in the heels. Toes can lift off of the mat. Inhale, come to stand, and as you stand, bring the right knee up with you. Find a balance. And exhale, step the right foot back, coming into crescent lunge. Shoulders soft, hips facing forward, front knee bent. Making sure that your knee is directly over the ankle. As you inhale, lift the heart slightly. And exhale, spin the back heel down, open to warrior two. Nice wide stance. Hands reaching, top of the head lifting up. Flip over the left hand. Inhale, lift, peaceful warrior. And exhale back to warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale to extended side angle. The elbow can rest gently on the knee, or you can reach down for the floor. The right arm is pulling into a diagonal from those right fingertips to the right heel. Inhaling, come back up to warrior two. Take an extra breath here. Straighten that left knee. Both knees are straight. Lift the left hand, exalted warrior. Feel both feet pressing firmly into the ground while the top of the head reaches away. And then as you exhale, shift the hip back. Come all the way into triangle. Hands reaching, one to the sky, one to the earth. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. Bend that left knee. Take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the floor, stepping back into down dog. Take 3 rounds of breath here. On your next inhale, shift the weight forward to plank pose, and exhale, lower down all the way to the mat. Release the toes, pointing them behind you, and pull up onto your elbows, Sphinx pose. So the heart is pulling forward, the shoulders are pulling back away from the ears, gentle back bend. And exhale down. Pressing back up, coming into down dog. On your next inhale, walk the feet forward. Come to forward fold at the top of your mat. Slowly roll up to stand, one vertebrae stacking on the other, chin coming up last. Tadasana. Inhale, arms lift up overhead, and exhale, sitting back into chair pose, pulling those hips back. Inhale, stand tall, bringing the left knee with you, balancing on one foot, and exhale, step the left foot back, coming into crescent lunge. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, spin the back heel down, open to warrior two on this side. Flip over your right hand and lift up for peaceful warrior. You might deepen the knee bend on the right leg. Exhale, come back up, warrior two. Take a big inhale and exhale, come into extended side angle. That right elbow gently resting on the right knee. The left hand reaches toward the front of your mat, pulling into a long diagonal, lengthening the spine. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. Straighten the front knee. Lift the right hand, exalted warrior. Feel both feet evenly pressing into the earth. And on exhale, shifting into triangle, pull the hips back, reaching forward, and then tipping the hands 12 and 6. Inhale, coming back up to warrior 2. Rebend that right knee. Take a big inhale and cartwheel the hands down to the mat, stepping back into down dog. 3 rounds of breath. On your next inhale, shift forward into plank pose. On your exhale, lower down chaturanga or come all the way down to the mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Gentle back bend, pull in the low belly, supporting the back. And exhale, curl under the toes, pulling the hips high into down dog. Bend the knees, bringing them down to the earth. Take the knees wide, put the big toes together and come back into child's pose. Let your forehead come down to the mat. If your forehead does not readily come down, you can set a block under your forehead, that pillow that we used at the beginning of the practice, or even just crossing the hands, letting the head rest on the back of the hands. Find places that you can relax the neck and breathe. On your next inhale, sit yourself all the way up and bring the legs around in front of you. Pulling them out straight. Feet can be together or feet can be slightly apart. Sitting up tall, take an inhale, arms lift up overhead. And on exhale, begin to bring the heart forward and let the hands just float down where they may be for a seated forward fold. Let the face relax, the jaw soft. And walk yourself back up to a seated position. Slowly begin to now round the spine and roll yourself down onto your back, keeping the knees bent, ready for bridge. Your fingertips reaching towards your heels in close to the seat but hip distance apart. On your inhale, begin to lift the hips up, rolling up the spine one vertebrae at a time. Take 3 deep breaths here. Feel the strength of the legs. Feel the openness of the heart as it's lifting up. And then slowly begin to roll down one vertebrae at a time. And once your tailbone is all the way on the mat, you can bring your knees into your chest. You can rock gently from side to side. And then release your legs out long. And we're ready for Shavasana. A few minutes of stillness and silence on your mat. Just bring your heart's affection back to the Lord. As you're enjoying this added extra time in His presence, you've been moving and breathing as an offering to Him. And now you're ready just to be still and know that He is God. Feel free to linger as long as you have time. But as you're ready to get up, you might just begin with taking a deep breath, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, and slowly rolling to one side. Don't be in a rush to get up. Just take your time. Stay present. And then you can slowly make your way up to a seated position. Thank you for taking this time for your yoga practice. Until we meet again, Shalom, Shalom.